being a Christian is hard, like not easy, but probably one of the toughest things is to surrender. But what even is like surrendering? That's something I had to learn, and the Lord has been... Sorry, I'm on a ladder, so it sort of moves sometimes and it makes noise. Don't care about that. Where was I? Okay. Surrender. Difficult, yet amazing, freeing, best thing ever, but also very, very, very hard. And I think I was saying, what even is surrender? So what is it? Like, is it literally taking your problem and throwing it to God? Surrendering it means opening your hand, giving it to God, and being like, do whatever you want with it. Help me, God, to take care of it. Help me not to make it an idol. Help me, Abba. Help me, Father. I need your strength. I need to stop this. It could be addictions. It could be school. It could be work. It could be money. And you surrender it and you're like, God, even if I don't have this, even if I don't get, a 90%, even if I don't get a promotion, I'm okay with it as long as it's in your will. And this takes a lot of faith. Faith means self-denying trust. It means you trust in God so much that you don't even look to your own self. You don't even look to yourself and be like, well, what do I think of this? Well, I don't think it's good not to get a promotion. Faith is saying, even though I think this, I will trust God. I will not trust myself. I will trust God. It's self-denying. It's like the verse which is, do not lean on your own understanding, but in all your ways, submit to God, and He will make your path straight. This really captures the essence of surrender. You give it up to God. You say, but do not trust in your own understanding. So you give it up. You're like, God, I don't understand. I can't understand. His ways are higher than your ways, and His thoughts are higher than your thoughts. He sees the end from the beginning. We cannot do that. We can't. We're at the present. We can only see the moment that is happening right now and the past. And so we're pretty limited. I mean, God literally knows everything. Every single thing. And so who are you going to trust? God or yourself? It's easy to say trust God, but you can always ask Him for help. You can always ask Him for faith too. And you can be like, God, give me faith, please. I need to trust you, please. I can't do it on my own. I'm like sinking in water. I need you to pull me out. Give me faith. Help me to trust you. And He will do it because He knows. And He is so glad you asked, because then He can help you. And so with surrender, once you're like, okay, God, I trust you, then you can submit it to Him. Then you can be like, because I trust you, I give it to you. Because I know you love me and that you will do the best for me. As a dad, I can let go and I can let you take care of it. I can let go and let God can let go. By the way, letting go doesn't mean you're not gonna stop working. For example, if something you don't want to surrender is schools, like grades and your future and your life, surrendering doesn't mean you're gonna stop studying. Surrendering means you're gonna study, but it's not gonna be an obsession. If you don't get a good grade, you're not gonna be completely, you're not gonna be you're not going to be completely lost and like on the floor bawling. No, it's in God's hands. So what He says is more important than the thing itself. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like once you can trust Him, once you know He's going to do what's best, you can submit it to Him, and you know whatever happens is in His will. And you know and you trust in His will so much that no matter what happens, you're okay with it. You trust Him. And that's what surrendering is. It's saying, I give up those idols. I give up worrying. I give up focusing on the outcome and needing an outcome. I ask you to forgive me for relying on my own perception, on my own strength, on my own views, of trusting myself instead of you. And truly let him go. Let it go. Give it to God. Let Him Take care of it. Let him decide the outcome. And he will. And he will give you the absolute best outcome for your life. Because he loves you and he says it himself. God will guide you down the best path for your life. It's a promise. He's going to do it if you're surrendered. Because if you're not surrendered, he's going to be like, okay, take care of it yourself. That's when your life might not go so well, because it's not a God who can do everything who's in charge. It's you as a weak little human who doesn't see 2 steps in front of them. Talking about myself, by the way. It's okay. So, I think I'm going to need to summarize this because, I got sort of lost in between all this. So, first, trust God. Trust that he's in charge. Trust that he loves you. That he wants what's best for you. That he will do what's best for you. Trust that he knows everything. That he knows what's best. Trust in the Lord, not yourself. Secondly, submit it to him. Tell him, God, take care of it. Tell him, God, I can't take care of it myself. Take care of it yourself. And lastly, ask him for help. Ask him for strength. Once you surrender it, ask him for strength, not to doubt, not to go back to him. And then just let go and let God.